my name is Allie McCauley, and I was in Burn Part Boys, and I played Frances's mother and a mover.
I'm Mia Antonosha, and I also played a mover, and I was the mother of Chet.
Hi, I'm Sebastian Rabassa, and I played Jake.
I'm Noah Hahn, and I played Dusty.
I'm Jared Cohen, and I played Pete.
Hi, I'm Cami, and I played Francis.
I'm Nick, and I played Chet.
The Burnt Part Boys is a show about a mine called the South Mountain Mine, which they called the Burnt Part, and it's about a fire that happened in the mine that killed a bunch of the fathers of the characters that you follow.
Announcement that the South Mountain Mine is being reopened for business after 10 years of inactivity. This announcement reverses the company's vow to never reopen the mine after the tragic collapse and fire in 1952, when 12 miners were trapped and ultimately lost in what locals now call the Burnt Part.
So one thing that I loved about this show was that I was in a cast with mainly some of my closest friends, and I got to really explore with them. But on top of that, I got to find, for this specific role, I got to find it within myself, like separate parts of myself that I hadn't kind of explored before, and I thought it was a really cool experience to be able to just explore a new side of me, you know?
The thing that I probably liked most about the show was that it was such a small cast, because all of the shows I've been in up to this point have had upwards of 40 people or 30 people in the show, and that kind of made it hard to bond with every single person involved, especially the cast or the crew too. But with the show, since I knew everybody so well and I had more time to bond with everybody in the show, I think that really made it for me, because it made the story so much more meaningful, and it made those connections on stage that we had so much more impactful, I would say.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think not only did it make the rehearsal process that much more streamlined with less people involved, but with less people involved, you have more opportunity to connect with each member of the cast from an audience perspective. You know, every character is that much more dynamic and that much more interesting to look at, especially since their relationships are that much more in front of you. I mean, we were in a black box theater as opposed to the huge theater that we usually have, so it was up close and personal, not just in a small cast perspective, but in a performance perspective. We were performing within feet of our audience, and I think that made the show that much more interesting and more enticing.
My favorite part of the show was, I think, just really getting to work with everyone more one-on-one, and being the musical director of the show was, it was difficult because the music that we worked with in the show was really hard, but I think we got through it pretty well, and I think it turned out really good.
Other than the small cast and just getting to really know everyone, I think another cool part of the Burnt Part Boys was the sets that came with it, the platforms we were in charge of. They were just such a pretty structure, and I think it was a great thing to work with.
What I particularly liked about the show is that I was able to work with all these seniors who've been doing theater for years, and it really gave me a chance to learn as much as I can from all these experienced students.
I think the Burn Part Boys is just such an amazing show in the fact that it gets to show such comedic moments and sad moments, but then really in the end it has such an uplifting moral and story behind it all.
Something that was told to me that I really take to heart is how, even though we've run the show 100 times, over and over again, every time there's a new audience that sees the show, they've never seen it. They don't know the story, and this is our way to show it to them.
Come support the theater department and make sure you go see our latest school production and shows.
Sunrise.